Folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Let's go. Agree to Disagree. Live from the Real Talk Studios. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our doc, Make Him Yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We have the doc calling in around 11, talking injuries with us. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Robbie Pove on the ones and twos. The family out there joining us. It's Eagles Cowboys week.
Let's go!
You know the goddamn theme of the show is heavy Eagles. Not really heavy Cowboys.
No.
Heavy Eagles with a side of the boys.
A side piece?
A side piece of the boys. If we have time,
little appetizer to the boys.
If we have time, we'll talk a little Sixers at the end of the show. But we're always open for Sixers questions if you got them. If time allows, we'll do 5 questions as well. We'll do the NFL whip around against the spread. Keys to the game for the Eagles. Offensive, defensive side of the football. What do we need to do to come out of Dallas with a win today and to keep our season alive and go into, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but go into a huge Sunday night showdown in L.A. next week. So a lot on the line today, baby, at 4:25.
Today's the day.
Eagles, Cowboys predictions, and our poll question, because most guys at A2D Radio this week was, who wins, blah, blah, blah. So we did it a little different on Sundays. We go against the spread, against Vegas. Who you loading up on? Is it a mortgage day?
Vegas!
Is it a mortgage day or just something small? But our poll question, which NFC East team are you taking against the spread today? Eagles plus the 3.5 or Dallas minus 3.5? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us. Family, let's fucking go. Let's talk about it.
Talk to me. Talk at me.
Listen. We said it last year, like when we were making a run. This is a huge difference of a year. But just give me another week. Give me another week. Because the last thing I want to do is next Sunday morning be talking about all-day Sixers. I love the Sixers. We can talk about the Sixers all day. But I ain't ready to do a whole show catered to the Sixers yet. So for my Eagles players listening to agree to disagree today, we need you today.
Right. Yeah, listen.
We can only lose one more game.
I was just going to say, it's really not over because the NFC is a little bit buns on the back end, if you ask me.
It is.
The Panthers went south. The Seahawks are playing better, so you still got a shot at a card.
Yeah,
Minnesota's
got 5 losses. Everyone's got 5 losses.
The last 3 is not favorable to you, if you stub your toe today, so it doesn't look good. Texans are white hot. The Rams are the Rams, and, you should absolutely ass-rape the Redskins, that final
But it's
game.
in Washington, and we struggle there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not complete. You're not mathematically out, but this is your season. Is your season
today. That's right. It's today. It's today. It's today.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Let's go.
That's just what it is, and that's what you asked for,
Can't lose twice to the boys.
No.
Can't do it.
That's the way I
listen,
do it.
You're not good enough anyway if you lose twice, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so even if, like your point, you're mathematically still in.
Yeah,
But if you lose twice to the Cowboys, might as well call it a wrap. Now, is it hard to win 3 straight divisional games in this league? It is, but good teams do it. The ones that want to be playoff teams do it. Is it hard to beat a team twice in the division? It absolutely is. So I expect the best game out of the year from the Philadelphia Eagles today. And like we talked about last week, you got to start fast. Okay, last week they got 7 in the first quarter, so that 1.9 points per quarter in the first went up a little bit. Hey, I need to go up more this week. I need a 10-0, 14-0. Or not even nothing. I just need 14 points, 10 points in the first quarter. Get off to a good start.
Show you can move the ball.
If you win the toss, take the football today, Doug. Drive down the field and shove it up asses today, because that's the goal today. Listen, the defense has played a little bit better. I'm not ready like I was last year to throw them on the field to start games all the time, especially down there. And today's keys to success are easy. We'll get into, but they're easy. But
it's very simple.
To the poll question, boys, who you taking against the spread and who you taking straight up?
Give me the Birds today. Even if we lose, I think it's a tight game. So the 3.5 I would take as a degenerate. But I mean, obviously, I think the Birds are going to win today. I'm hoping they win today, and I think it's going to be tight. It's going to be real tight. That's why I think the 3.5 is a gift. Like if you're betting, the 3.5 is a gift.
I agree. I was talking, when Dak see, Grugier Hill made his comments, right?
And it's about one thing. You know what it's about.
And
Stop Zeke.
Stop
Zeke.
And I don't care. Zeke. I don't care about his comments. Like, I want guys to be confident.
I don't give a fuck.
But the comment made by Dak,
retarded. It made no sense.
Listen, regardless if it makes sense or doesn't make sense, now you're taking it. Now that's a shot back, right? So you had your bulletin board material, Dallas, and what your quarterback just went and did is he got a whole locker room that already is in a must-win type of game, and you just called them all losers. The defending champs, you just said losers worry about winners. So to me, you just made that bulletin board here in Philly even bigger. Because Grugier Hill started with his comments. Okay, and that gives you a little something to put on the bulletin board. But then when you come back and you talk about this team being losers and worrying about winners, like newsflash, Daddy, we're the last team to hoist the Lombardi. Are we that same
we're
team
still
this
the
year?
Champs until someone else wins.
But get a clue on what you're talking about. And he goes, Jason Garrett told me to say that. Jason Garrett's an idiot. So don't listen to anything Jason Garrett says.
First off,
that's well documented.
First off,
don't ask Jerry, but that's well documented.
What has Dak won?
Nothing.
That's all. Don't worry. I'll wait. Let me know. What has he won? The comment would have been good if he had won something. He's never won anything.
Even a playoff game.
Did he even win a state championship in high school? I doubt it. I don't know. Look, what have you won?
No, you listen. You're right, and so it's like one of them things. Like, hey, let Grugier Hill say something to get you guys going, and not do it back, right? Because you got a team that's already.
I'm happy he did it back.
You got a team that's already on like a little life support, and it's their season, right? Coming into Dallas today, and you give them a little more motivation. Now, Eagles Dallas week, you don't need extra motivation.
No, you shouldn't.
Players shouldn't need motivation.
No.
So
but he's hanging out in the glass house, fucking firing rocks.
Firing rocks.
Easy, pal, bro.
Firing rocks.
Easy.
So, Will, you're taking the Birds?
And they're off target.
Easy.
He might not hit the house.
Wells, you're taking them plus the 3.5.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you taking them straight to win this football game?
Yes, I am.
All right.
It's going to be tight.
Sweepsy, we'll get an offensive defensive player of the game in a minute. Chime in, fam. Give me your score prediction, offensive defensive player of the game. Screenshot it, send it over to A2D. If you get the score right, you get some free money. Real simple.
I like the points as well.
Stop Zeke.
I think it's everything he said. We know everything that was said is needs to come to fruition, and it is hard to beat a team, sweep a team. They came in here. And got the job done from their aspect, and actually got their season going. If you ask me, that got their season going.
Well, funny what he just said, right? Smacked us in the mouth.
Got them going the right way,
That game looked like they dominated us, right? Like if you were watching it, but in reality, that's a tight game. So
it was. They did punch us in the mouth, though.
They did, but that second half of that game is something you can carry over. Like you end up winning 17-14. You know what I'm saying? In terms of second half, so you got it going offensively a little bit. But yeah, back to what you were saying.
No, yeah, absolutely. And like I said, it's a do or die, and the Eagles are the defending champs. So even if your eyes tell you something different, which, and you guys are realists, last Monday it was a win. I'm not going to be that guy that's, there's a lot of people that are hating and saying, oh, the Redskins stink. They're not very good. It wasn't impressive, but a win is a win. That's all you want to do is continue. And they did win by 15. So as much as you say it wasn't that impressive, just because somebody, Carson once again was good, but not great. He's still not sharp.
You know what, though? He looked
but
good on the move.
Yeah.
Though,
Well,
which
that's what
is
you
encouraging.
Want. You want him to be
because
athletic.
That's what he was always. The reason that he was so good last year is that on the move, the dude made plays.
Well,
I've seen a lot more of that on Monday.
That throw to Golden Tate was unbelievable.
Yeah,
and the one
right
there.
The one to Aguilar where he rolled out.
Yeah, 39-yarder.
Crosser.
Absolutely.
Listen.
Well, we're seeing the feet, like Will said. We're seeing the legs back under.
That's big to his game. Obviously, we know this because that's what he is. He's a playmaker.
Yeah.
So that's very encouraging to me because that Dallas defense gets after it.
Yeah.
Okay? They got two young studs back there at linebacker. They're going to get after you. And so he's going to have to make some plays. I mean,
this is a blood and guts game. This is a willpower. Can you outlast the Cowboys, right? Because we know all the injuries, that was well documented last year. But this year, on the back end, the Eagles are hurting, man. You saw it last week. It's almost embarrassing when old man goes for 90. There was nobody near him. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. People break runs in this league all the time, but Frenchie couldn't even run them down. So some of those guys on the back end we know they're skeptical. So you got to protect them as best you can, and you do that by getting to the quarterback.
Stopping them up front.
And
but Malcolm said it the last time they played the Cowboys. He said they took our manhood. You know, you got to look at your manhood and look in the mirror and say when you can't get off the field and you can't stop the running game. When he said when teams pound you for 140, that's a manhood check. Yeah. And I like him saying that this week. So because you got to stop the run today.
Absolutely.
If you let him go for $110, $120, you're in some trouble today. I'm telling you. You got to shut him down under 100.
Listen, we lose the game.
Make Dak beat you.
We lose the game if Zeke runs well. We lose the game. That's just fact. Because as soon as he's running well, we're creeping up, and then that's when Dak is effective, as any quarterback will be. When everybody's creeping up, you hit the play action with ease. Yeah. So, I mean, you're not a quarterback in the NFL if you can't. No. So that's what's going to hurt us today, and we have to stop Zeke. And we need to run the ball today. Maintain drives. Keep them off the field. Yep. Okay, wear that defense down because they like to get after you, but they're a little weak on the back end as well.
Well, like you said, last Monday, that first drive was 7 minutes. Ran the football tremendous.
That's what you want.
Adams was great, and then you finish it with a 7, not a 3 or a turnover. So that was, that set the tone last Monday.
Absolutely.
That was,
and you feel like this offense is getting closer and closer to starting to click. You know what I mean? Like they're getting there. Well, they're not fully there.
Well, we were waiting for Golden. That was Golden right there. And like you said, he showed up, and whether it was his fault or not, the previous couple games, whether they got him involved or not, he showed up as we expected, and he was fantastic. And like you said, 11 is starting to look more and more athletic, more and more like the guy that, the playmaker that he is.
He's getting fully healthy. Is what it is, really. So
David Long says 8 men in the box on Zeke. Yep.
Got to.
Make him beat you. Make him beat you.
Keep him in the pocket, and Dak's dangerous outside the pocket as well. So keep him. You stop Zeke, and you keep him in the pocket and pressure him. And it sounds easy. It's not easy, but that's how we got to win this game. So we got to get it done. We haven't got it. And Jernigan's out, motherfucker. But like Brandon Graham, I'm looking at some guys today. Brandon Graham, Chris Long, everybody on our front 7 or
91.
Get after the quarterback today.
Yeah,
this is a show-up day.
And this is Jimmy, and Jimmy's got to get creative, which we've been asking for a long time. This is the time that to change up your looks and give some help too, because like you said, if you start focusing on Dak, don't forget about Coop. I know people left him for dead, but that guy's a big play guy. So all of a sudden, if you're one-on-one over there with one of those Home Depot workers that the Eagles got back there, it's dangerous.
You hope that Sidney and Rasul play well today because they're going to play.
Somebody's got to keep them in front of them. That's all. Keep away from the big play. You give them 8 catches, 9 catches or something. That's fine.
We're not going to be doubling him. So Sidney and Rasul going to have to play well.
Well, they got to win.
Yeah, they got to win.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what it is.
You'll take the 8 for 75 and
that's
whatever.
Fine. That's fine.
You just can't.
7 for 65. Go ahead, have it.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I'm trying to avoid the big play and the quick strike offense.
Yeah, no 85 yards. Yeah.
No, and
for sure.
Listen, you'll take him having some catches and stuff like that if that means you stacking the box and taking Zeke away. Yeah, you know what I mean? I make Dak have to beat me all day.
No yak, everything
today.
In front of you, no yak.
Yep,
that's it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a real simple one that I make him beat you.
We got guys on YouTube coming in. Everybody, run the ball, we win. I mean, I'm right with you, Jesus. Right with you, buddy.
Over 25, right?
Darrell says Dallas is a mean defense, but we still beat them. Let's get it. They do have a mean D. They got them young linebackers running wild. They're getting after the QB. We're going to play well today. Rich R. Got to take care of business on third down, both sides of the ball. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
What's up, Bean?
We got more up here chiming in. Let's see what else we got. We got a lot. Eagles crazy saying, yo, what's up, brother? Jesus Montanez, what's up, fellas? Or Jesus. We'll call him Jesus. What's up, fellas? Let's get it. Today you're Jesus. Eagles,
it's Sunday.
Eagles crazy. Let's get it. David Roska. You know what he's talking about. He's all rammed up. Turk boy, let's hope for the Eagles. I can't read the top of his comment.
Let me say, where are we at?
Yeah, it's up top. That's all right. No worries.
Let's hope the Eagles win or else my Sunday sucks. That's how it is for me
all year.
Sunday,
Monday. The list goes on days that suck.
Sunday, Monday, till next August.
Next August. Fam, if you're just joining us, we want your score predictions, offensive, defensive player of the game. Screenshot it, send it over to A2D. Listen, I'm going Eagles, obviously plus the 3.5, and I'm going them to win this game outright today. I'm feeling good about this game.
Do you buy the hook to 4?
No, I don't have to. Yeah, I don't need to. I just listen. The way the Cowboys were talked about after that Saints game for being, and they're a young football team, and then you get your 10 days off. To me, how do they go about handling that? Or is it, hey, you're the best in the world, and can you get back up now?
A lot of pats on the back.
Right, a lot of pats on the back.
On the back.
Veteran teams know how to go about that kind of stuff. The younger teams, we're going to find a lot about them today too. Do they know how to come up and get up again to play that kind of football? To me, I don't think their defense is. I think they're good. They're not as good as they played last Thursday or 2 Thursdays ago.
Said,
well, they got
pressure. And Vegas will tell you that because you get 3 at home. So this is they're almost telling you it's a pick 'em, which is fine. It's no disrespect to Eagles, but if you looked at eyeballs or what they did to the Saints and how they've been playing, this should be a 6.5 burger.
I thought it was going to be 6.5.
Yeah.
I was shocked it was 3.5. That's what makes me like the Eagles even more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, you're completely right, and they have been getting a lot of pats on the back, but. I mean, you look
Rightfully
at that.
so.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking Saints game, though. They got a ton of pressure in Breeze's face, and you do that to any quarterback, they're going to struggle. That's just fact. So we gotta block well today, and Carson's got to make plays. It's a playmaking day today, Carson. It's time to make some plays. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Josh Simonelli, nothing but good thoughts this morning.
Let's go,
Docked
Josh.
in beautiful. He's docked in beautiful San Francisco, taking a hot chick from the Budapest to the Golden Gate Bridge. Then a little West Coast Sunday football action, 125 at Jake's Steaks, Philly Eagles bar here in San Fran. Birds, baby, 27-23. Love
Let's
it.
get it.
And he's got a little side piece on the arm.
Josh.
I love it, brother.
Little afternoon delight after that, all right?
Afternoon delight.
Okay.
Jim Brannigan chiming in.
Listen,
And you know what he's saying.
Yeah,
Let's go, Cowboys.
Yeah, he's a crumb.
I mean,
What up, Jimbo? Love you, but yeah.
Josh? That's a hell of a
Boys
list.
go down today.
That's a hell of a list, Josh. Food, pussy, football.
Steak. I mean, you already said
Beer.
food, but at steak,
Liquor.
steak on.
Yeah.
Mark.
If the date doesn't go well and the Eagles lose, I mean, you're at the Golden Gate. You can just jump off.
Mark Monique says Earth shines and Jenkins gets a pick, which is huge. I mean, we talk about it weekly. We've done it the last 2 weeks. Got to win the turnover battle today. Got to take care of the football offensively and defensively. Listen, we talk about it weekly. I have not seen a strip sack since the Super Bowl. I need one today. This guy doesn't take care of the football in the pocket well. We know this. Get after him. Let's get a strip sack. Let's get a pick. Let's win this turnover battle 2-0 today, and you're leaving with a win. You win the turnover battle today. Don't turn the football over. You're leaving Dallas with a win. It's a simple process. Easier said than done.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
of course.
This team needs to continue to take care of the football and create turnovers.
Gotta win. It's a must win.
David Long says Chris Long is my second cousin. I don't know if he's joking or not, but if he is, that's fucking awesome.
The way he's played this year, you shouldn't tell people that.
Dickie Don telling us to block the Bob Ciroli account. He's a mutt.
Oh.
Dickie!
Listen, we love Bobby, okay? And we wish Bobby was going down there because every time Bob goes down there, Dallas gets rolled. So we wish Bob was going down to the game.
Should have sent him.
Should have sent him. On A2D's done.
Yep.
Sent him.
We're not going, but you are, Bobby.
We got a special experience for you, Bob.
Trespass.
Bring the kids. Special experience for
You
you.
can sit next to Chris Christie in the box.
Yeah,
Sit next to that
Bob
fat
Ciroli
pig.
and Chris Christie.
Got you a good spot.
Pig talk.
Between Jerry and Chris. Little
JD,
spot just for Bob.
JD Fowler, Philly, Orlando member. Fuck the cow hose. Love it, brother.
Absolutely.
Chiming in from Orlando. Mark Monique says, let's go.
Let's go.
And Clay Ferguson, please beat the Cowboys and their insufferable fan base. We will today for you, Clay, brother. We will. Because, it's tough sledding for you in Jacksonville right now with that football team.
Go watch soccer.
Cody Kessler looked like a good upgrade.
Yeah.
With all due respect, can we all be honest that
Cody!
Blake Bortles isn't good, but he's better than Cody Kessler?
I'll tell you
Can
what.
we be real on that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Why would you even worry about your offense? How about your big mouth defense? All right, guy went 99, 81 after contact. Kill yourself, Jaguars. 81 after contact.
how about
19 untouched, and then it was get off me, get off me, get off me.
Dude.
Well, you know what Madden did?
Ramsey and
Madden-
the floppers.
Madden
Ramsey
updated-
and the big mouth floppers.
Madden updated his attributes and everything. Now he's at 99 stiff arm. He should send a note. He should send a note thanking the Jaguars.
Hold on. Did you see somebody put like LeBron's head on him, and then it was like all Cleveland guys like Tyronn Lue, and he's like pushing them all away, and the end zone like was L.A. That was pretty good.
That was crazy.
Cazares David
He didn't
chiming
wanna go
in from Texas. He says El Paso, Texas, checking in. Fuck the cow turds.
Yeah,
we got family everywhere. I love it.
Yo.
And Spidey checking in. What's up, fellas?
What up, Spidey?
Spidey.
Yo, how about the fact that they're getting their ass kicked? He ran for 4 TDs and 200-some yards on 12 carries, and then they stick him at the goal line and they're celebrating. Are you celebrating?
And he
right
didn't
now?
want to go in. They were.
Are you celebrating right now?
The crowd was trying to put him in.
That's a joke. 47-3. Oh, hide and Zeke.
Cowboy fan thinking blowout.
Hide and Zeke. No, that's not going to happen, buddy. Did Rob just make that? Did Rob just make that up over there? Are you hiding Zeke over there, Rob?
Eagles crazy says 34-20 Eagles. Harlem Cowboy, I think you guys are going to have to respect Dak after this game. Okay, you can tell us what we need to do, period, but it doesn't mean we're going to do it. I mean, listen, if he comes out and slings it, then I'll give him some respect, but he's not good enough. I'm not going to run from that, win or lose.
Ezekiel Elliott's a stud. I think we all know that. Dak Prescott he's a game manager, mediocre quarterback. He's a starter in this league, but he's a second, third starter. You know what I mean? He's a guy that's around 18 to 25 best quarterback in the league, which is not going to get it done in the playoffs. Sorry to tell you.
Muhammad Ray, we win today. Trust me. Thank me later. 35-20. I love that prediction. Stephanie Hoover, good morning, fam. Let's go. Steph in the house. Where was that? Doug Zeke said, should we run Philly special today? ? Crying face. He goes, that was a legit post in the Eagles group talk yesterday. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know why we need to. Let's go win the fucking football game.
The freak.
Darrell
Brown, what's up, brother? He said, shout me out. I'm from Alaska. Boy, Josh Adams is going to get 100 yards rushing today. You got your shout out, brother. Thanks for joining in with us. From Alaska, he's freezing his ass off. We thought we were cold today.
It's probably pitch black. I hope you got a lantern. God bless you.
The only thing bringing sun to Alaska tomorrow is an Eagles win. Let's go.
Goodness.
Let's go.
He is ice fishing right now. Listen to us. Ice fishing. That is fantastic.
I hope it's warm in his igloo up there. Let's get it.
Good for you.
Let's get it.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Dawn Ormsby chiming in. What's up, Dawn?
Deadliest catch. I love that show.
Victor Martinez, 27-24 Cowboys, 2 TDs for Zeke. Not liking that.
Did he retire? Victor?
Not liking that.
SJM, who's Stevie. What's up, brother?
What's up, SJM?
Says hashtag Dak on the stretcher. Hashtag cockroaches getting squashed. Let's get it.
Raid.
But boys,
bring the raid out.
let me get score predictions. Offensive, defensive player of the game, and we'll get into some keys as well.
24-22 Birds. You know me, I got them weird scores. That's how I roll. 24-22 Birds. Offensive player of the game, Carson Wentz. Defensive player of the game, Fletcher Cox.
Let's go.
Strip sack. Let's go.
Taking it from me. Taking 91. He knows I go 90. He knows I go 91 weekly.
I know you love
I like it. I
know you love Cox.
Buy in. You know I love Cox.
Been a big fan your whole life. I know.
I need the sound effect. We're all about sound effects here.
Yeah, apparently. Let's just go with that.
Don't tell that. Don't go tell that.
Tom sucked an imaginary dick on camera today.
You'll never believe it.
They started it off real bad.
You'll never believe it. You'll never believe it.
Thought it was gonna be a great day.
They'll do anything for viewers.
I'm here for you guys. Got
a whole nother viewing base now.
Equal opportunity.
And all of a sudden the shit spiked.
I feel like Dak and Zeke with the dick water pistols. What's your score prediction? Offense, defensive player of the game.
Oh man.
Holy shit, I'm crying.
27-26. Brett Maher was Shankopotamus to lose it at the end. He misses an extra point.
Missing the extra point.
Shankopotamus to crush the dreams. 27-26. Pope can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
And Jerry trade for Dan Bailey back next year.
I'll be like that dude in American. Oh, I'll be like that dude in. Can I come through here? Yeah, there you go. I'll be like that dude in American Horror Story who masturbated looking out the window crying.
Oh, that sounds awful.
No, if he misses the extra point, that does sound awful.
Should never involve tears.
28-24 Birds. Alshon Jeffrey played the game. All right, Terrell. We got TTP Ball. What up, brother?
What's up, brother?
Harlem Cowboys says boys 37, Birds to 21.
Dak
player of the game. Shocker.
TTP, what's he got?
17-14 Birds. Nelly, offensive player of the game. One of the linebackers, defensive player of the game.
Yeah, they need to step up. He's right, though, brother.
Somebody has to step up. We got to
Sweeps,
stop.
you gave your offense defense, right?
Malcolm, like Malcolm to get a pick and, get in there and, stop the run and be a factor, obviously, coming down, maybe disguising things and, moving them around a little bit.
A little blitz off the edge, maybe.
A little Swiss Army knife, whatever it is, whatever it takes today. But I like Malcolm to maybe get one. Offensively, man, let's go Josh Adams for 100. For 100 and a TD.
I like it.
Adams for a Hondo.
For a Hondo and a TD.
I love it. I love the Josh Adams.
Hondo talk.
You're the second guy that has him over 100. Listen, if he goes over 100 today, I got an even better feeling about winning this football game. Sure. If we can get a running game going, because we've seen over the last 2 weeks that we've got it going a little bit, and you see how more effective our offense has been. So, we win time in possessions, which was our big thing last year, which was a big reason for our success. We ran the football well last year, which opened up everything and make things easier on 11 in this whole offense.
Absolutely.
I'm sticking to my same score. I'm going 34-24 Birds. Listen, I've been talking over 30 for a while now. They're getting closer to that. Can you get over 30 for me today? Can you get over the hump and quick for all 4 quarters, this offense? I need them. We need them. Okay, 17 points isn't winning this football game today. Okay, it's just not. You got to score it with them. The last time we played, it got into a little shootout in the second half. I expect some similar things today. But if we can get off the field on some third downs today, hold them to 3, we're going to win this football game. That's our big factor. We're going to give up yards at 20-20. It's just what we do. It's Jim Schwartz's defense, right? But inside that 20, can we get off the field, hold them to 3, and then when we get inside the 20, inside the red zone, can we capitalize? Because last week, the 4th and 1, not getting and stuff like that, you got to get them today. Okay? Them times you were down the red zone where you had an interception, you had a turnover on downs, you can't do that today. Right? They still were 3 for 5 in the red zone with 3 touchdowns last week. Still better than what they were. But now I need, if you're down there 5 times, give me 5 TDs. Right? Put it all together. The one
4.
game of the year where I need you to put it together from the first snap to the end of the game. This is the game today.
Absolutely.
This is the game.
I can't lose to Dallas twice.
Because I can't expect our defense to shut down all day. Because they're doing things right offensively down there. They're running the ball well. Right, Zeke's feeling good about himself. That offensive line feeling good about themselves. They get Tyron Smith back today. So, they got some things going. But, okay, we're going to give up some yards. But can we get some timely turnovers, right?
Gotta make
Put
stops,
us in good
dude.
field positions. Can we get a big special teams play today? Something like that we need to go right for us today.
Listen, and Doug's got to show up too. I mean, that's just that's the bottom line. You know what I mean? Like you said.
Yep.
Last week at 4th down call, that's atrocious. That's atrocious. You got to get a little more creative, do something. If you're going to go for 2 when you're not supposed to, this is twice this year, and you've got it. So, you're looking like a little genius. How about that play on a 4th down or something? Something other than just turning handed to Josh.
I still don't understand.
Nobody blocked the guy. Guy went untouched on the edge.
I still don't understand why we went for 2 to go up 9.
Yeah,
it makes it so they can't tie us, but
I know.
He did the same thing against the Vikings.
But if you just kick the extra point, you're up 8. They got to go for 2.
You don't have to argue to me.
I know why. I know why you went for it.
Was it
It was one of them things like, hey, we're going to make this a 2-score game. We're feeling good. You know what I mean?
That's the league we in.
That's
the league we're in now. These
and
guys are out thinking
I'm okay with it, but if I'm okay with it when he gets it.
Yeah, when he doesn't get it.
When he misses it, I'm fucking pissed. But
I think it's just showing some you're feeling good offensively, starting to put some things together. So whatever. If you don't get it, you're not happy about it. Offensive player of the game. Listen, I need a big day from Alshon Jeffrey. Golden got going. Alshon, the first couple games he was back was a moose, right? Sort of went away a little bit. Not a ton.
Not sort of.
Not a ton, but
not sort of. He's been away.
Way too much, right? Almost like Milk Carton-ish, right?
He's been away.
So I need him to have a big game today. I really do.
Because I think, like I said, that's why I picked Adams, because I think the Eagles need to run the football. But I should have went to Tate. Last time Tate played these clowns as a Lion, he went for about $160 or something. He had a monster game against them as a Lion this year.
And I like him a lot more on turf sweeps. To your point, I feel like he's and most guys are. Yeah. But I mean, turf suits him. That's what he's played for a long time in Detroit now, or at least a decent amount of time. That's where he's explosive. You're right. He had a big game in Dallas versus them. So I like that. Alshon, hey, give me a touch. Give me like 70 yards receiving. I don't need a gigantic game. I just need a big enough game from you. And over on the defense side of the football, you went with 91. So I'm going to go with his buddy up front, Brandon Graham. You guys has sort of came out of hiding recently.
Out of WITSEC?
Yep.
He's
Out of witness protection.
Yeah.
Yep. You're sort of out of witness protection the last 2 weeks. Hey, I need a full four quarters out of you guys. Brandon Graham, can I get 2 sacks out of you today? Can you be all over Dak? Can you pressure him, knock him down, beat him up a little bit? That's what I need out of Brandon Graham today. Same thing out of Fletcher Cox.
Absolutely.
We need them two that dominate up front today.
Golden in week 3, 8 for 132, 2 TDs against them.
Let's go. The greatest secondary in football?
At
Let's
Dallas,
confirm
right?
it. The
Dallas.
greatest secondary in football? Because people, Dallas fans are talking like they're the 85 fucking Bears. Can we slow down? That was a good win by them against the Saints, but this is ebb and flow of a league. The Saints were scoring 48 fucking points a game. You think that's staying consistent? You think they're not going to lay any duds on the road? That's the league we're in. The parity of this league. So for all you Cowboys fans, Harlem, Jesse Nichols, the rest of you that are crowning this defense like it's the best in football, slow the hell down a little bit. They're good. They're not great. So slow down. And we're going to prove that today.
Wait, somebody said, Eagles Crazy said, does Dak deserve to be in the same conversation as Carson?
No, he's at the kiddie table on Thanksgiving in the basement. You know what I mean? That's where he's at. He ain't at the big boy table. He ain't eating with Rodgers, Brady, and Carson, and Phillip and the real good quarterbacks in this league right now. He's not eating at that table. Russell Wilson's at the big boy table. Those guys are at the big boy table.
He's drinking
Luck,
punch.
Ben, and Lucky.
Dan Martin chiming in. Fly, Eagles, fly. What's up, Dan? He says 24-13 Eagles. Wentz, Jenkins players of the game. Clay Ferguson says 27-13 Birds.
Get it.
Luis Gonzalez says we're sweeping the Cowgirls. I would love to say sweep, but they already beat us once, so the sweep ain't happening. But he says 32-14 Eagles win. Let's go, brother. Doug Zeke says cockroach talk. And
know that we already lost to him once.
I'm
not confident.
I'm not confident in his pick now. Penny says the only way we win this game is winning special teams and a defensive touchdown. Also, we need to have some sort of running game. Well, Penn, you're right, brother. And we've had a better one over the last 2 weeks. So can we stay with it?
Penny.
Can we stay with it? They love to control time of possession. That's what Dallas loves to do. Okay, that's their MO too. You got to beat them in time of possession today. Okay, how about a little lopsidedness? All right, how about we get off the field early on third downs, consistently on third downs?
What's up,
Right?
Penny?
Yeah.
Penny,
Don't let them get going.
We see you, Penny. What's
Hide
up, bro?
and Zeke over here says Dak will make you eat crow. How about trying to space one time in between?
Bro,
comments?
eat crow when? That's my question to you. Because what's changed from day one of him till now? Nothing. Has he became a better pocket passer? Nope. Okay, does he throw really well on the run, even though Cowboys fans want to tell you he does? Nope. Okay, his accuracy on the run isn't what you think it is, and he has no accuracy inside the pocket. So you can crown all you want and tell us we're going to eat crow. You go win the game today, we're going to tell you good game. Okay, but my opinion of Dak Prescott is not changing until he shows me that he can throw from the pocket consistently. Because you can't win in this league. Even Russell Wilson throws enough inside the pocket. Enough. Is he great? No, we know what he likes to do. We know he likes to move around, but he throws enough inside the pocket. Just enough. Dak don't even throw enough inside the pocket to me. And all these guys who think his accuracy is really good on the run, it's not as good as you think it is. It's not. So what am I eating crow over? The only thing I'll eat crow over is saying, okay, my prediction was wrong. You guys won the game. Good game. Because we're realists here. Okay? But this is what I'm talking about from these Cowboys fans. They think roll job today. They're smelling blowout today. When a fan base thinks blowout, let me tell you what's coming to your ass today. Because everybody in America had the Saints 2 weeks ago. Everybody in America was talking blowout, right? I know you weren't, but a lot of people were, right, Sweepsy? Yeah. It was an easy one. They're going to roll the Cowboys. When fan bases or the national media thinks that way in tough games like this, usually a team that's getting blown, second dick one of the day, is going to take an L. That's usually how this league works in most leagues. When you talk about even games,
two cocks on
twice
the
in
day.
an hour, twice in. You're actually the opposite of Crow. You're the reverse Crow because I believe you were all in on Dak early. Not early, but I mean, I'm saying the preseason time.
No, I wasn't.
Was that you?
No, not me. Robbie will tell you. I've been against Dak from day one.
I thought you liked him.
I think you liked him.
I didn't like him. I didn't like him. You know I didn't like him. Now you're gonna start. Don't you start.
I'm not
Okay, he was asking a question. Now you're gonna come over top.
I don't think you liked him.
I never did. I just didn't think he could throw enough. From the first time I seen him throw, I was like, yep, this guy just doesn't do it for me. Now is he a good athlete? Yeah, we know all that stuff. He's a good athlete. He can run and crush you on some third down where he runs for a first.
I mean, he
stuff
just
like
jumped
that.
on the scene in that preseason, and everybody was all in awe. And then he obviously had a good first season.
No, I was crushing like now we're crowning over preseason games. That was where I was at.
SJM's talking about taking Bobby Brister over Dak. I'll take Brad Johnson, Trent Dilfer, Jeff Hostetler, Ronnie Pete, Bo Brister over Dak.
How about Bobby Hoying? Can we throw Bobby Hoying in there?
Jeff Hostetler gets a shout out. The Haas.
Dude, can you stop?
I'm not sure how.
Can
true
you
that
stop
is.
spanning?
SJM, I like it. I don't know who that one dude is.
Yeah, stop spamming the goddamn Facebook with where you can watch the game at. It's games on Fox. Everybody can watch the game. It's game of the week. We don't need your links, Amir, to tell us where to watch the game, Dad. That's how you get blocked. Fab Melendez.
Block that motherfucker.
Where the fuck they broadcasting from? In a New England basement?
It's Anthony Glove's project, Zorgo Awesome Gymnastics.
Dudes don't want to take fucking shots. Dudes want to take shots.
It's a garage, actually. Go
it's
fuck
a garage,
yourself.
okay? We're fine. We're not broadcasting from a basement.
Go fuck yourself, Cuffy.
What? Because the uncle always wears his hat. You know what I mean? He's always got his hat on. Don't fucking start taking shots. You can stop on over. We'll show you where we're from. All right?
Who said that?
Said New England clam chowder.
Fab Melendez. I love when dudes like, hey, we're talking Eagles Cowboys.
That's
You got
red
something to say
or white?
about Eagles Cowboys? Then bring it. You got something stupid to say or spamming? Come stop in. All right? That's how we operate here. Grown folk talk. Don't let the dick in the mouth fool you. Okay? From earlier. Don't let the shit fool you.
Oh, shit. Don't. Guy sucks one cock, he's labeled a cocksucker the rest of his life. It's so unfair. It's so unfair.
Even if it wasn't imaginary. God damn it. Fucking guy.
So, guys, Zeke needs to be held under how many yards to win this football game?
100.
Under 100?
I'll say under. I mean, look at last week. Like you said, you talked about how Peterson went 90, old man Peterson went 90, and that's all well and good. But he ends up with under 100. So we held him. We held him in check. I mean, he only gave me 8 carries, but we held him in check. Besides that huge run, I mean, obviously we don't want Zeke to go for 90, but can we maybe, even if he has like a 40-yarder, 50-yarder, can we keep him under 100? You figure they're going to give him the ball 20, 25 times, right? So can we keep him under 100? Can we get a lead so it's hard for them to run the ball?
Well, now, no, I agree. And since he's become a weapon out of the backfield, I would say 130 total yards. You know what I mean? I mean, try to limit that too. From the receiving end too. You don't want him going for 50 or 60 on that end either.
No, both things. I would say total yards.
130 under.
Yeah, I was right there. Like I was gonna say 140, but 130 sounds even more delicious to me. You can hold him to under 130 all-purpose yards today for Zeke. I think you leave with a win. No, you go turn the football over 3 times offensively. You ain't leaving nothing with a win.
Edgar Venzer says LeBlanc is about to pick Dak twice.
Let's talk about it.
I hope so.
Frenchie
talk.
He can't catch Peterson from behind.
Eiffel Tower talk. Let's go.
You better warm those hands up.
Paris, France. Yeah, okay, just confirm. Wanted to make sure. You know what I mean? I'm not great with overseas.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, we would have let it go.
Got to travel.
I know you would.
After the 2 air dicks, and then if you fucked that up, we would have let it go.
3. It's been 3. Just to confirm, it's been 3.
First off.
Paris,
don't you
England.
change my hard work.
Paris, England.
A guy that travels as much as you do, you don't know that? Paris.
I know where the hell it is. Jesus. Penny says
I see you in a beret. That's it. It's fucking over.
It's over.
It's over, buddy.
Penny says he's going to get yards. We need to stop them in the red zone, hold them to field goals, and try to outscore them. Yep.
Penny, I see you, buddy. You got a little fire sale over there?
Penny.
Selling a lot of stuff, buddy.
Ralphie D.
Go to Penny's site and buy his shit.
No, Penny.
Go buy his shit.
Penny had me dying. And you see, like an hour after he put that up there, he put, just so everyone knows, don't use Facebook yard sale or whatever. He goes, you deal with the cheapest bastard of all time.
Because I think he put free by accident. And then, like, it said
Yeah, it said free.
He didn't mean it.
He didn't mean it. Ralphie says, Ralphie D, what up, brother?
Ralphie.
He says, all I want is another week of football. For the love of God, just win the fucking game. Let's go, Birds. You know it, Ralphie. You know it.
Let's get it.
Darrell Brown says, did we take callers? Yeah, we do, and we're going to start taking them towards the end of shows. You know, whoever gives the best comment, we're going to start implementing that. You know, best comment of the day gets a couple minutes on air with us, chat it up. Where was I at? Darrell Brown wants to know if Avonte Maddox is playing. I don't believe Avonte Maddox is playing. Obviously, Jalen out for the year, IR.
I don't think Maddox
I don't think Maddox is playing. I don't think Hicks is playing. Both are out. Hicks is out. Maddox is out. So I really thought that we were going to be able to get at least one of them corners back. I thought Jalen was close to coming back. I had no idea that this was coming. Season.
Yeah, well, that's just typical. Our training staff's got issues. I don't know what's going on over there.
Billy Gore says, someone block Amir. I don't want to hear about his online shit. Yes, sir. Let's do
Fucking
it.
Fucking A.
And Dawn says, Amir, wrong page. Yup. Bro, go away. Go away, Daddy. We don't want you here. We don't need – Again? Now I got to come at him.
Just block him.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? He's going to keep going if you say something to him. Anyway, I don't think Avonte Maddox is playing.
Pootie Tang, 28-13.
Let's go.
Tanger.
Let's go, Pootie.
What up, Tang?
What up, Tang?
Nick Rollo says, need to stop the run, shut Zeke down. Absolutely. Shut down Zeke. Yep, absolutely, brother.
Pootie Tang says
Darrell Brown, yeah.
That's my guy, man.
And McLeod's
huge loss.
Huge loss, yep.
And a guy last year that we were like, is Rodney playing great? And he was just doing the little things right. Yeah. And then you realize when you lose a guy like that, you're like, man, he was really good back there, right?
Player,
tackled well. I think the one thing you say about Rodney is he's not one of the best cover guys in the world, but he's a great open field tackler.
Yeah.
A really good open field tackler and a vet.
Oh.
And you definitely miss him back there. We absolutely miss him back there.
Listen, just the presence, you know what I mean? A guy he knows he's going to lay that wood on you, you know what I mean?
Doug Z says, now the dopes will be showing up. Phone calls? Yeah. Well, we're equal opportunity. Jim Brown again, I'll give my best comment. How about them Cowboys? Let's go. Sorry, Jimmy. It's going to be a different tone.
Roach talk.
Around 7:30.
Roach talk, Jimmy.
Zill Jones, Birds, 30-14. Let's go. Darrell Brown, he said, if we had Jay Ajayi, I think our record would be a little bit better. I would agree with that. I think the weeks where we weren't running the ball well, we probably would have ran it at least better or been more consistent with it or stuck with it a little bit more. You know, I think Doug and Groh, I don't want to give Groh any excuses, but for their excuses, they've really been crushed with injuries at the running back position, and it's hard for rookies to pick up blocking schemes and protection and all that stuff. It's easy to go hand them a ball, but the protection is what separates.
There's more to it, so you don't mind the comment, but we've talked about it for months. Offensively, you would like to have some more points. You know what I mean? But their defense blew those two games. You know what I mean? Where the record looks completely different right now. You don't blow the Titans or the Panthers game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'll give you the Bucks on the road, but
because they just that was a blowout.
But the other two were 8-4.
Yeah.
And Zill says defense has to have a big game today, brother. Listen, they have to. They have, like Penny was talking about. We were talking about earlier. Gotta stop them in the red zone, hold them to 3, and you have to create turnovers today. Like I say it a million times, I said it on show since the Super Bowl. I have not seen a strip sack since the Super Bowl. I have not. That we recovered. It's time today. It's overdue. Way overdue.
Time has come today.
How about a pick 6? Like, can we get a corner that breaks on a route, breaks underneath one, pick stack off for a pick 6, or down there at 5? Can we get a big play like that today? Because for our family that's Eagles players right now, newsflash, it's a fucking big one. It's a big one. Who wants to make a play type of big one?
It's
like
the
you
season.
Just see it around,
it's the season.
You see it all over the league, So you're saying to yourself as an Eagle fan, can you get a defensive score?
Dude,
it's all over the place.
All over.
I mean, the Bears got 17 a year.
I don't think we've had one this year.
No.
What, a pick 6?
No.
Any defense.
I don't think we've had a defensive
score anything.
Grugier Hill missed one against Dallas last time we played him. That probably would have been a pick 6 or at least close to it.
Yeah, on a sideline.
JT Kohler, I don't know if I got his name wrong, Sweezy.
JT!
He said Nicky D is the GOAT. There's a reason he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame talk! Let's go!
JT.
First ballot. I don't know if he was first ballot.
Was that confirmed? Do you know, first ballot?
That was 30 years later,
I
so probably not.
I was about to say, he might have the veteran committee might have voted him in. But he's in.
I don't know.
But he's in.
We don't know how this works. We don't know how this works.
30 years later, I don't think
I don't know. I'm just not using salt or pepper anymore. I don't know how other things work, but JT.
Zill Jones.
Golden Tate high steps for 2 TDs. Get it.
There you go.
If he's breaking free, he's high stepping. You know that. So that's
No, Eagles crazy. Rod McLeod is not a free agent next year. So you're good, brother. We're good on him. John Allen chiming in. 14-10 Birds. Ooh, he's got a low-scoring one today. Low-scoring one.
Might have to be.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, I'm a high scorer because I feel like this offense is starting to get it together. I don't think the defense is
You just like to get high. Who doesn't?
Well, I just don't think the Cowboys are the 85 Bears defensively. I think they're good. I think they're much improved. But I'm not here to call them a top 5 defense yet, like people like Cowboys Nation want to call them.
And the Eagles' offense hasn't been great either.
Nope.
So, I mean, it goes both ways.
No, it does.
I know what
it
you're
does.
saying. You're feeling it.
But it's an offense that can be explosive.
In a rivalry week, you can feel whatever you want. You can put up 48 if you like.
Yeah. I'm not there.
You can do whatever you want. This is your place, buddy. This is your New England basement.
Yeah, supposedly.
Fucking suck a dick.
Harlem says Wentz will throw at least one pick today. Thanks, Harlem. Gonzo, what did he say? We aren't hitting 30. I don't know why we can't hit 30. You know, like I said, this offense has the capability to be explosive.
No one has against the Cowboys yet this year.
I know. Well, that's why I think they're going to hit 30.
So they're due.
Because everything's leading up to 30. You shut down a real good Saints offense. Now everybody in the
He's talking 30 talk. I love the 30 talk.
Everybody in the meetings might not listen as much because you think you got it all figured out. Boom. You got a team that's starting to come together offensively. Maybe come smack you in the mouth today.
Once all year.
That's what I'm hoping.
against the Giants, against the G-Men.
Yep, that was no.
Well, hey, what better week to do it? You know,
exactly.
Your season's on the line, backs against the wall. It's just like we talked about, from 5 minutes into the show. You know what I mean? Don't talk about it, be about it. It's put up time. That's it. You know what I mean?
Family, chime in. Score prediction, offense, defensive player of the game, chance to win some money. Send it over to you. All you got to do is screenshot it, send it to A2D's Facebook, and we'll get you rocking there. And we will get you rocking there. Conrad Barrow says, hey, guys, guess what? Say what? To hear the next comment. I don't know what that.
Oh, Jesus.
What? What, Conrad? What's next? Say what? We're coming in with little riddles here.
We don't need
riddle talk.
We don't need that shit on Dallas Day, all right?
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey. Harlem Cows, they take away the tight end in the middle of the field and Wentz struggles. Dude, get a clue. Get a clue.
Ertz had a good year? Shit. I didn't know that.
Zeke says, score 30 today. We'll go get some ice cream. Well, get your ice cream ready. Conrad's a Cowboys
Everybody's
fan.
trying to take away Ertz all year.
I got to say, yeah.
Everybody's game plan against Ertz all year hasn't worked out pretty good.
So listen, boys.
Coming for you, Witten.
Like we do every Sunday.
Coming for you, Witten.
Like we do every Sunday, we have our doc on, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Cherry Hill, Princeton, and Burlington, New Jersey, fam. Find him right online, specializedphysicaltherapy.com, on Facebook, all social media platforms, Instagram, all of them. He's everywhere, the doc, and now he's with us every Sunday morning like he is, and he'll give us a score prediction. We'll talk some injuries. Doc, how you doing this Sunday, and how you feeling about this game?
I'm well, guys. I'm doing good, and I'm feeling good about this one.
What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
What's going on?
So, Doc, as we're doing, and we do every Sunday, what do you got score-wise, and what two players you think offense and defense are going to come to play today?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, man. Hopefully they can reproduce the second half of last week. That would be great. And or Monday. What was it? Monday night. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be close. But I'm going 21-17, man. Eat the birds, man. And
love it.
Carson's got to have a big game and spread the wealth around, man. Get those receivers and tight ends, and then balance running attack, just like we said last week. I think that's what's got to get done, and then obviously the defense has got to step back up, especially that secondary. So that's the recipe, I think.
It's a good recipe for me.
Absolutely, Doc. We're right with you on that.
So, Doc, a couple injuries obviously this week to touch on. Jordan Hicks with his calf will not play. Obviously it's the same spot where his Achilles was, so I feel like they're trying to be really cautious with him right now. But he won't play. Avonte Maddox out, and then the big one I wanted to talk to you about, Doc, was Timmy Jernigan is out with obviously had back spasms last week.
Right? Yeah.
So you think that's just a cautious thing with them with the back spasm after, he had a major surgery on, I believe, the spine, right? And he had spinal surgery. So
it was on his back, yeah.
On his back. So Timmy's out today, and then we'll get into Jalen Mills as well, Doc. But Timmy Jernigan out with his back.
Yeah, so, Jernigan had a neck surgery, right?
Neck surgery, that's what I meant.
Right, so that was that. And then I think his spasms are his low back. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just completely separate. He hasn't played in full contact collision in a long time. I think he did a pretty good job when he was in, but it might just be his body's got to get used to that, that load, or maybe he's the neck fusion. He's got to learn how to move differently, and his back is not used to that. I mean, I guess there's a whole couple of reasons why his back went into spasm, different area of the spine, but it may be related.
That makes sense.
Yep, I think it's just they're probably just being cautious with him, but. The interesting one is Jalen Mills, Doc, because I felt like the fan base thought he was probably coming back and figured we could probably get him back today.
Well, they told us a month ago that he sprained his foot, and then they put him on IR today, yesterday, 2 days ago, whatever it was, ending his season. So a sprained foot to me, I'm thinking he's back in less than a month, and then it takes them a month to say, oh, you know what, he's not going to be back the rest of the year. So I don't know what's going on with our medical staff, but that's a weird one to me.
Yeah, that's a weird one to me, Doc.
Yeah, well, it's depends what's happening in the foot there. I'm not sure if that was that high ankle sprain or is it lower down. I mean, because we talked about the high ankle sprain earlier this year, and that's kind of at the ends of the two lower leg bones, and you could have just a strain of the ligament, or you could actually have a little bit of a fracture there. So, and I forget who it was this year that had that, and they found out that they actually did have a fracture, so he was out for a while. Or if it's lower down the foot, there's a couple of injuries in the foot that could put somebody out down by the base of the fifth metatarsal, they call it the fifth bone. And there's also an injury called the Liz Frank injury.
Yeah, I was gonna say Liz Frank. That's the one I know of. Yeah.
Yeah. So if they have that, then it's
That's a bad one, right? The Liz Frank's like a surgery one.
More than likely, put them in a boot, see what happens. Otherwise, they got to stabilize that with the screw. Then that's a recovery time, obviously.
Yeah, I think Deuce Staley had the Liz Frank surgery back in the day.
And that would make more sense now, Doc, on why they put him on IR. That maybe it's something they thought they could put him in a boot and get right in a month. And when they reevaluated it, they were like, you know what? He's going to be at least a couple weeks or whatever they figured, and it's might as well just shut him down now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a position, you need your feet.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where, he was having a rough, first half as it was. Getting beat a little bit over the top. So, why rush him back if the guy's not completely healthy, So.
Yeah, and, this guy, too, was I don't know how you guys feel, if he was underperforming or if he was performing like he needed to, but maybe these other guys can perform better than he could, at least this year.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that, Doc. I think I wouldn't say he's a great player by any means. I think he's an average corner, so hopefully, like you said, Sidney and Rasul step up today. We're going to need them to. So,
yeah,
big day.
And then Avonte Maddox, Doc, he's out too with a knee. So we'll see how he progresses moving forward this week. But that could be another guy where we thought that knee injury was really bad when it first happened. That could be another guy that we could be seeing going to IR if he's not ready to go next week on Avonte Maddox. And then Jason Peters, Doc, like he always does, didn't practice all week. Expected to play, right. Typical Peters, but another guy that it was an ankle thing, so we'll see. Curious to see how he holds up today.
Yeah, he got rolled up on last week, but they said that they expect him to play, so that's good. Peters a warrior, he gets out there when he can. Obviously, he's old and he's banged up,
himself,
but he's still
better
out
than a
there.
lot of guys, yeah.
Still out there. He's still the best option on our team.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need him to get out there and have a good day because they bring a pass rush that Dallas team. So. He's going to have to play well.
Yeah, we're at the point of the season where some of these guys just got you hate to say it, but it's football. Things happen. So we're at a part of the season where you just got to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You just got to go out there and play.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's banged up.
Yeah, everybody's banged up. We're getting questions in from Edgar Venzer.
Bennett's playing.
Is Michael Bennett playing? He's playing.
Michael Bennett is playing.
But he's another one.
He was questionable, but he's playing.
Limited in practice all week. And, yeah, you're right. But, Doc, I mean, I've seen some reports come out on it this week, and I'm a big believer in just, hey, you had a really long season last year, and it's the kind of stuff that happens. But, you think there's anything to be said because reports are coming out that the Eagles need to look into their medical staff more and figure out if they're getting the job done on their end.
Well, there's some weird shit, though, that I've read a lot, like that article, I think. There's some weird stuff that's happened with them.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up.
With a couple, like, what's it called, said that when he got to Buffalo, they were like, well, you got to get surgery on your knee. Jordan Matthews said when he got to Buffalo, they were like, you got to get surgery on your knee, like, immediately. And they were like, we're really happy that you came in and got this done because we wouldn't advise you to keep practice or playing on it. And he's like, the Eagles were telling him that he was fine. So I don't know, like that's strange. There's a couple strange things have happened with the and Doug. Whenever anybody brings it up, Doug gets very defensive.
Well, how about I'm sorry. How about the most glaring one is Dornbos?
Well,
do we miss that? I mean, I don't know. I'm not pointing fingers, Doc, at anybody, but I'm saying like the Saints found. I mean, the Saints.
But
Saints
that's
doctors,
also
I know they
because
maybe were
we don't
looking for it.
because he was traded. They do a full.
I got you.
A full physical as opposed to a guy that's been on the team for years when they just kind of gloss over.
Yeah, I
their
didn't
physical,
know
guess.
the protocol.
I think that's why they found it, but thank God they did. You know, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, something's happening there. I'm not sure. I mean, I get. It's just like anything. I mean, if you take 10 people, you might have 10 different opinions, and medical wise. But I mean, you would think, a regular full exam would catch some of this stuff. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right with you, Doc. It's just glaring, and hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's really not that our staff is like incompetent. Yeah, hopefully that's not the case. Yes, good word pull by both of you guys.
Yeah, we felt good about it. But it's just it's weird stuff happening, and you just don't know if it's correlated to them, if it's correlated to a long season. So I expected some more injuries this year just because you played more football than anybody else. So you sort of see them things happening more so than usual. But yeah, a lot of weird things and really a huge injury report for the second year in a row, which is something you have to look into too. But
and you extend your victory tour. There's book signings and there's all this other crap. So maybe you didn't take care of your body as well. You know what I mean? Like it's just I guess facts. You know what I mean?
But Doc,
guys eating well, getting fat. I mean, living it up after you win a title.
Doc, we talked about him. The first few weeks of the season, and when he came back, he was a topic of conversation every show. But from Monday night's game, do you see or feel like Carson's legs are starting to really come back underneath him a lot now?
Yeah, man. He made some really cool moves during that game Monday night. I think we talked about it. He has to get used to being in game mode and handling these loads, and his body might finally be catching up to where like, hey, I can handle this, and he's. There's also that mental side. He's feeling probably more confident. Like, hey, I can do this.
Trust.
Yeah, he's trusting it. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Because listen, he could be as strong as an ox, right? And he's ready to go. But man, like he's got to test it out. He's got to feel comfortable that he could cut left, cut right. And once he knows he can consistently do that and it's not bothering him, then he's like full speed ahead. And that's got to be part of it.
I totally agree, Doc. It's like he stops thinking about it and just plays. You know what I mean? Rather than thinking about, like, am I going to be okay?
Just go do what you've been doing.
Just go play because, I know I'm good. I'm just going to go play. I think that's a big thing. It's a really big thing.
So, Doc, the take – no, go ahead. What would you have?
No, what I was going to say, in this game where things are so fast, even that slight second where he has to pause to think about it makes a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So if he doesn't have to pause anymore, that's we see the results.
So I wanted to take one guy into – we're going to go from Eagles and we're going to shift to Sixers for a second because it's got to be brought up and talked about when we have the Doc on the line here. But obviously the news of Markelle Fultz coming out, and you can tell everybody what the
thoracic outlet.
Yep,
Doc talked about it last week. Thoracic outlet. He brought it up.
Yeah, listen, it's not. My thought is here that can make a lot of sense, right? Because if people know the nerves, right? So the thoracic outlet is the outlet or inlet, whatever you want to call it. That's the area where the nerves that come from the neck So like C4, C5, all the way down to like T1 area, like the first thoracic level. They all come together. They form this plexus called the brachial plexus. And along with that is also the blood supply. And that travels from your neck, underneath your collarbone, and above the first rib, and then into the armpit. And then it eventually travels down to the arm, and some of the nerves go to the back. So the point I'm getting at is if he had the initial diagnosis of a scapular imbalance or weakness, it's quite possible that all comes from the thoracic outlet, because the nerve that controls one of the major muscles there is called the long thoracic nerve, and that's what I mentioned last week. That long thoracic nerve comes off the brachial plexus. So your origin could be in that outlet or inlet they're talking about that's causing that imbalance. And, it's possible, I mean, to me, if someone came to with scapular symptoms, I would have checked, all that as well. And then maybe they did, and it just didn't present itself. Or, he seemed to get better, and then he started fading again. And maybe he got tightness in the muscles that surround those nerves in the outlet. There's what they call the scalene muscles, which are neck muscles. And there's also the deep pec muscle called the pectoralis minor. So those muscles can kind of squeeze the nerves like you were kinking a hose. And if you're kinking the hose, then the nerve transmission to the muscles it's not good. And then you can have a weakness, what they call a neurogenic weakness. So it's all possible, man.
Now, Doc, they're saying rehab again.
Yeah.
Sorry, they're saying like a 3-week rehab again. Is that enough to get it done, or is this something that you think could have to require surgery?
No, I mean, I wouldn't say require surgery. If the thoracic outlet syndrome is due to tight muscles, say like the scalenes or the pectoralis minor, 3 weeks, stretching that out, those involved muscles, and then working the opposite muscles to strengthen and working on that imbalance, which may have existed the whole time, then he may not need too much time. I mean, for a while, you look at, he threw down a lot of tomahawk like dunks and stuff, and like that requires control of the shoulder girdle too. So it may be that he just had a relapse. I'm not trying to defend the guy. I'm just trying to defend or try to give you a reason why it might have come back.
Yeah.
Does anybody get surgery from it? Because Pove, is that what Harvey had? Didn't Matt Harvey have that?
Don't they remove
they
remove a rib or something?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Matt Harvey, yeah. When it comes to the Mets, man, they're just
poor Pove.
Well played, Doc. Well played.
Yeah, but the what do you call it? Just like Carson Wentz, like we just mentioned like 2 minutes ago, Markel's got to get physically well, and then there is no doubt he's got to get the confidence, and there's that mental aspect, and it may be that everyone's talking about it's all in his head, and there's probably a good piece of that, but then obviously he hears that, he reads that, and he's got to just work on whatever physically is wrong with him, but then he's got to get out there and do it, and that's kind of, I would think, the recipe there, and then we'll see. It seemed crazy, right? Like he went to, I don't know how many specialists.
Yeah, about 8,
9, something like that.
Yeah, and only one guy came back with that, and sometimes it's like a diagnosis of exclusion, meaning when everything else is not panning out, then wait, it might be this, and it might have been this all along. It's more of a clinical diagnosis. You're not going to image that on an MRI or X-ray.
Yeah, and that, Doc, that's what's
it's like fibromyalgia.
That's what's interesting about this whole situation.
Yeah, I think he might have been forced into being called a mental midget. You know what I mean? Because we obviously, it's well documented that all our number one picks usually miss a season or two. You know what I mean? It just happens. So I don't know why he would feel the need to not say, hey, I'm hurt. You know what I mean? Or maybe they were pressuring him. I have no idea. That's the biggest thing that why most of us are out on him, right, is the soap opera drama. I believed he was hurt from day one. I mean, you saw what he did at Washington, whether he was going to be a bust in this league or not, and he was good in the summer league. And then all of a sudden when he got to September, he went from August to September and he was a different player. So something happened in that 1 month right there, and he's never been able to recover from it.
Well, Doc, what's interesting to me about the whole thing is, the agent Raymond Brothers, the guys who, handle all his stuff here. I find it interesting that with the whole motorcycle incident and that being in the back burner here of like, well, listen, if he's really hurt, you're going to be owing us. When the Sixers are talking, you're going to be owing us a lot of money back. And to me, this could be. Hey, this is really what's going on with them, or this is a way for the agent to save face for a little bit, take the 3 weeks, and hopefully be able to get him right somehow. So I'm not saying this isn't really a thing for him, because there's something going on in that shoulder. There just is.
Because he essentially bought him probably 2 months by it's all said and done, right? Because he took him out for a week, and then the specialists can't see him for a week because they can't get an appointment. So they spent all week doing that. So that's 2 weeks there, and now he's out 3 to 4 weeks. So he's buying him almost 6 to 8, almost 2 months there.
Yep.
And so yeah, man, there may be a master plan there that Fultz unfortunately is like this. Not Fultz. Yeah, Fultz is stuck in the middle between his agent and whoever.
And it's just sad. It's just sad because we talk about how good this basketball team is. And if this kid was just 75% of the kid he was at Washington, this team right now would be talking about being able to beat any team out west and being hands down the best team in the East. Yeah, because like he's that piece that's just missing from this team. He's a guy who could walk into 20 a night, could flat out stroke it, could take anybody off the dribble in this league. And the sad thing is that we're a real good basketball team, but if he gets right and gets back, it's just the sky's now the limit. I mean, we should be on Broad Street a couple times if this guy gets back and is any bit of the player he was.
And it's just another example of why you should never lie and always be honest up front. Because if this is a big lie and a big smokescreen, we wasted 2 years instead of just saying in the beginning, listen, even if it's not a motorcycle thing, just whatever it is, hey, this guy's hurt. Let's go. Let's get in there. Look at that. Get in there, do a little exploratory, whatever. And see what it is. And then if everything is a clean bill of health and everything is working, and then he's a mental midget, and then we got to move on, Yep.
Yeah. Doc, anything coming up this week? And if not, where can everybody find you? And tell everybody about the specialized physical therapy.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, nothing special coming up. We're heading into the last month, obviously, of the year, so it's going to happen fast with the holidays coming. But you can always find us. We're at specializedphysicaltherapy.com on the web. Offices in Cherry Hill, Burlington, and Princeton. Like I said, you can come directly to us, right? You don't need a physician prescription. That's known as direct access to care. So, like we've mentioned before, if you're hurting, if you have problems moving, even if you have problems with like dizziness and vertigo, that's one of the things we treat a lot, and balance problems, give us a call. We accept most major insurances, including Medicare, and TRICARE is one as well. And give us a ring, and we'll one of our therapists will evaluate you and hopefully set you on the right path.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Doc, so hopefully next week when we talk again, we're talking about a huge game in L.A. on Sunday Night Football, and our season's still alive.
La La Land.
And we're not all depressed for a week.
Yeah, after a big win. Hopefully we're talking to you after a big win.
You got it.
Next Sunday morning. Thanks, Doc, like always, for jumping on with us and talking about the injuries around Philly. Hopefully we're done talking about Markelle Fultz. Hopefully this be the last time, Doc, we ever have to bring up his name with injury. Nope. We'll be talking about him again next week, Doc. Hey, thanks, Doc. We'll talk to you soon.
Right, see you, Doc.
All right, see you, Doc.
Hey, fam.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
You too. Hey, fam. So you heard it. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located in Burlington, Princeton, and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Accept most major insurances. And if you got kids that are athletes and you want to get in there and for any little minor injuries and get them taken care of early and not be the Markelle Fultz camp and wait on things, get in to see the doc. Because these kinds of things that are minor at first can be taken care of if you get things early. But if you let it go, then your son's going to be Markelle Fultz. Absolutely. And we don't wish that upon anybody's kid. Sit back. We're just telling you how it is.
We just Markelle Fultz, some of these kid out there. Go see the doc. He'll take care of it.
Or your son's going to be Markelle Fultz.
We don't know why Fultz hasn't gone to see the doc yet.
Channel our inner cranberries. Don't let it linger.
Did you have to let it linger?
Did you have to? They said he's the voice of an angel.
I prefer Zombie, but
love your vocals, Dad. His vocals,
Zombie.
His vocals on the way to the wedding were phenomenal.
Come on,
the best.
Come on.
Yes.
Kids out here playing. Think I'm playing games?
Well, never know. Never know, but you hammered it. All right, fam, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to head over to YouTube. Come join us over there. Continue Eagles-Cowboys talk. We'll do NFL whip-around against the spread for the degenerates out there.
And I know you guys, it's first week of fantasy playoffs, most fantasy leagues. If you guys got issues about who you're starting.
Questions,
yeah. Questions, throw them our way. We'll give you answers. Okay, I got 2 buys this week.
Double
so
buy for sweeps. Double
2
buy.
buys, baby.
Thank
Let's
God,
go.
too, because ODB, Gordon, and Connor out. Needed that buy, baby. Holy shit.
I'm in 2 playoffs out of the 4 leagues, which is all you want. You know, give me. You're never going to make 4 out of 4. It's like impossible. Yeah. But like if I go 3, if I can get a 3 in or at least 2, then I'm like, okay, I had a good year. But neither one are bye teams. But
hey, listen.
I need big days out of some guys today. Let's go. I did it with Les last year in our league.
It's hard to be the big boys, but
it is.
okay.
It is. I keep putting the pants on the same way, hoping.
Yo, if you win JFL though, I think we matched the championship last year.
Yeah, we did.
But I'm saying if you win JFL, we rematch in the semis.
Let's go. I'll take you down again.
Take
you down again.
That's a bad call.
Everybody on YouTube, stay right there. Everybody on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, head over to YouTube. Second half of the show, again, answering all the questions, comments, concerns. Like Big Will said, hey, you got fantasy questions? Shoot them over. You got games? Who do I pick? I don't know. I'm down a ton of money. I need you. We're here for you.
We're here for you.
Agree, disagree. A2D Radio,
We've been
Real
down
Talk
a ton of money
Studios.
before.
Yeah,
we know what the life is.
We've
like.
gotten loans out before.
We know that life.
We're about that life. We'll see you on the other side. Late.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Let's go. Round two. Agree, disagree. Live from the Real Talk Studios like we are every Sunday. And every Sunday we are brought to you by our doc, Make Him Yours, Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located in Burlington, Princeton, and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. They accept most major insurances. Give the doc a ring. Get yourself taken care of. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgazzo, Brian Wilson, Robbie Poe on the ones and twos. The family out there joining us. Let's continue to talk about it. We started our show off. Real simple poll question. Which NFC East team are you taking against the spread? Eagles plus 3.5. Dallas minus 3.5. Still let us know that. Obviously, score prediction, offensive, defensive player of the game. Chance to win some money from us to you. We'll get into NFL whip around now with the big fella.
Oh, yeah, we can do that.
We'll do a little NFL whip around.
I seen a question on YouTube.
You seen a question? What do we got?
Rich R. Kyle Rudolph versus Seattle or Jared Cook versus Pitt? I'm going to go Jared Cook versus Pitt just because I feel like Oakland's going to have to score some points in that game, and Pittsburgh's defense lets up points. And I don't know. I feel like Kyle Rudolph has been non-existent for most of the year, so I would go Jared Cook.
I would lean to Jared Cook as well.
Yeah, you got to throw it to somebody. And usually back when Amari was there, when Amari had a big week, Jared Cook had a big week the week after. Well, last week, Jordy Nelson had the big week. I think Jared Cook all day.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am with you.
Save that for next week. I got him. I'm going to buy.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Jared Cook, though, too, on that one. Yep, we're here to answer any fantasy questions you got, family. Let us know. Chime in. We'll try to give you the right answer.
All right,
and hopefully keep your playoff hopes alive.
And we're gonna hop for the degenerates. We're gonna run a little fantasy or a little NFL whip around against the spread. Ravens at the Chiefs. Chiefs -6. Lamar Jackson is starting at quarterback for the Ravens, and I believe
Chiefs, and more Chiefs for me.
I believe Flacco is inactive again, even though they said they thought he might.
You know
I was
what?
going to say I thought he was going to.
It's a weird one.
I thought he was going to suit, but I
just saw inactive.
It's a weird one for me because Baltimore's tough.
No,
we know they're tough.
Obviously.
Can they cover the 6 and they make it a close game? I don't know. I'm gonna go with sweepsy though. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I go Chiefs in that one. Colts at Texans, big game for the AFC South. Colts at Texans. Texans -4.
I look for the Colts to rebound. I mean, the Texans are due for a clunker. Obviously, if you're an Eagle fan, you want them to keep rolling until they come into your town, and then you're hoping for the clunker. But today, this was the Frank Wright, which we liked. That from weeks ago when he went for it, and he didn't want to play for the tie in overtime. That was that game, but it was like a 37-34 shootout. But they got shut out last week. Look for them to avenge this a little bit and at least keep it close. I don't know if they went out right, but I'll take the Colts.
I like the Colts on the money line, and Colts win this game.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to go with the Texans. I like the Texans keep rolling. Not that I don't, think that the Colts are a good football team. It's a road game in Houston. They laid a clunker last week. I don't know. When people are called geniuses, I feel like there's another loss coming.
Chrome.
Yeah, just reminding us, Chrome, that the
Cardinals
got
Goldschmidt, yeah.
Thanks, Cromer.
We saw that coming, Chrome.
We smelled it.
I hope he has the kind of year Marcelo Zuna had for you guys.
Don't you put that
Nothing but the best for you guys.
Nothing but the best.
Dick!
Panthers at Browns. Panthers -1. Weird line.
Yeah, give me the Browns.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give me
right?
Carolina.
I know, dude. They're leaking oil so bad.
Who, both?
Well, the Browns are the Browns.
Browns.
We know
Yeah.
about them, but they're at home, and I think the Panthers find a way to fucking stop this slide somehow. Give me the Panthers.
Falcons at Packers. Packers -4. I like the Packers in this game.
Yeah,
No McCarthy. I expect a good day out of the Packers.
Yeah, after a firing, I'll take the Packers as well. The Falcons are atrocious, and it's time for Rodgers to, if he was using that as a crutch, all right, to do something, all right, because he's been pedestrian. I've used that word before, and people are like, "Oh, Jesus, God, these guys are gods," and he said pedestrian. Yeah, he's been pedestrian, been horseshit. Okay?
Yeah.
You're going to go nuts today, though.
Don't get me started. Okay, because
I know.
somebody had him in the suicide last week. And, it didn't go well. Fucking asshole.
That's a bummer.
Saints at Buccaneers. Saints -9.5. You can't give the Bucs enough points in this game. Saints aren't happy, and they lost to the Bucs in New Orleans already this year. Saints roll job. Today.
Revenge.
Roll job.
Yeah, give me the Saints.
If you got Saints players in fantasy, fucking, count your blessings and get them in your lineup.
for everything the big fellow said, give me the Saints. Absolutely.
Yep, Saints.
Roll job. Jets at Bills.
Give me the Bills.
Sneaky fantasy play today. Josh Allen.
Yes, sir.
More DraftKings than fantasy. Like, if you're in the playoffs, obviously you're not going to start Josh Allen. But maybe DraftKings, Josh Allen. Jets at Bills. Bills -4.5. I like the Bills to roll in this game.
like the Bills.
Darnold's back. Give me the Bills. Absolutely. It's all the more reason.
I like Darnold.
I
But
know
We
you
know.
do. That's
We
why
know.
we
That's
know.
why we're
Well
taking the Bills.
documented. Give me the Bills.
That's why we're taking the Bills over here.
That's a 4-TO day, baby.
I think the one way
Four more.
you would play Josh Allen in fantasy leagues is if you've been rolling with Cam Newton. I would not start Cam Newton today. That shoulder's not right. So that's a guy I would put Allen in for. Yep.
Patriots
You
at
calling for a Derek Anderson day? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
DA day. Patriots at Dolphins. Pats -9. I don't know. It's still a lot.
No,
of points
listen,
to
man.
me.
I know how they roll with.
Fish
I
play
know
well
how.
there.
Yup, always.
me
Brady
the
always
Fish.
struggles. I mean, they might come away. They're probably going to win the game, but they always a little tighter down in Miami. Give me the Dolphins.
Give me the teal and the points.
Agreed. All right. So, Giants at Redskins. Who cares? But Giants are -3. Redskins are at home. Give me Washington.
Give me Washington. Yeah, somehow.
Give me the Giants.
Hey, oh.
That's gross.
Lone Wolf, AP all day on FanDuel.
Broncos.
Giants should never be favorites, so why are they favored?
Yeah, they should be. Especially on the road.
Yeah.
Broncos at Niners. This is the start of the 4 o'clock. Broncos at Niners. Broncos -3. Give me the Broncos. They're playing good ball right now.
Yeah.
I know they just lost Emmanuel Sanders, so maybe Cortland Sutton.
I was just going
a
to say.
little
Huge
bit.
Courtland Sutton day today.
I don't even do this shit like you guys, but I was going to give that out.
Yes, sir.
The only problem with Cortland Sutton is it's like a hit or miss. He could have a monster day. Sometimes these guys, though, they're stuck in the wide receiver 1 role and they can't handle the corner that they're facing, and they have a bad day. So, like Tyler Boyd struggled as a number 1. Number 2, he's phenomenal. So you got to see what happens.
All good.
But,
Hedge with Lindsey.
but there you go. I do like Phil Linz.
Yeah, I like the Broncos too, though.
Yeah. Bengals at Chargers. This game has the makings of an absolute destruction.
Yep.
Two touchies.
Chargers are -15, and it's growing. I think it's going to be.
Thrower
like
not a
my
shoulder.
I think it's going to
It's like
to
my
16.
Friday nights after midnight. It's growing.
It's growing.
Hashtag grower not a shower.
Hashtag grower, not a shower.
Give me fucking Philip. He said his 30th kid.
Yep.
They're
And
rolling, buddy.
they're going to end up being 16. They're going to end up being -16 and take them because the Bengals are all sort of atrocious.
Yep.
Joe Mixon's pretty much the only guy the Bengals have right now, and he's probably punching a girl. So who knows?
Jeff Driscoll. Enough said.
Jeff
And
Driscoll.
Marvin Lewis. That's
Jeff
all you need to know.
Driscoll.
And huge.
Yeah.
And
And
Hugh
no AJ
Don't
Green.
forget about Hugh. He's
don't worry about you. He's
Hey,
there.
let me in.
He's there too.
Lions at Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. Why are the Lions -3 at Arizona? I have no idea. Makes me think the Lions will
Big
win.
win in Lambeau.
Yeah.
Give me the Cardinals as well.
Give me the Cardinals. Kiki Coutie's inactive for anybody that cares about that. Then the big one, obviously, Eagles-Cowboys. Cowboys are now -3.
Went down a little bit. Give me the Birds.
But it's -3, -125. So, but still, we like the Birds and the points.
The Birds.
And if it ends up -3 by the hook, save yourself some cash in case they do lose by 3.
Should always buy a hooker.
Steelers at Raiders. Steelers -10. I don't know. This game's weird, but Steelers might blow them out, or it might be close. I don't know.
Epic collapse last Sunday night. Now they got to go back to the West Coast. It's an angry football team. They lost 2 in a row, against Denver and San Diego. I think they get it done, but give me the Raiders. I would never thought I'd say that, and the 10.
What's crazy is I got Jalen Samuels. I scooped him in my one league, and I'm probably going to start him because in Yahoo.
Yeah, baby.
In Yahoo, for some reason.
You can have 4 running backs.
Yeah, no, but you
stick him in
he's
the
tight
tight
end.
spot, yeah.
He's tight end
Beautiful,
eligible.
beautiful.
Love it.
Beautiful. No adjustments. Those Yahoo fucking nerds, dry jocks, no adjustment. Fucking
Love
guy
it.
didn't play 1 snap at tight end this year. These fucking dry jocks are like, let's leave him there. And people are
Tight
loving
end
it.
eligible.
Loving it.
Problem is, I got Ebron, who had a really good game last time they played Houston. 3 touchies.
Yeah.
He had 3 touchies, and I have Ebron and I have Samuels. So I'm like, fuck, do I start?
Yeah.
Well,
And if you like the Colts to score today, then he's going to be involved.
I'm probably just going to start Samuels at running back over Carson because Carson's banged up, and then they're playing at Minnesota. So
Yeah, I don't like that.
yeah, I don't like that.
Agreed.
So okay, and then tonight's game is Rams at Bears. Pretty big game. Rams are -3. Give me
The Bears.
Give me Chicago.
Give me the Bears in the cold weather.
Yep.
And Mitchell's back.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Never thought they'd be so happy to see Mitchell.
Can when you look at teams going and playing in cold weather games, can you run the football like West Coast teams going to play in cold weather games? What do you do that can translate in cold weather? Well, they can run the football. I'm gonna take the Rams in this game.
It's a big game, David Roska. This should be a semi-measuring stick. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's the Bears, but it's on the road. It's cold. It's It's got a playoff football atmosphere.
Mitchell back.
You know what I mean? Night game. So yeah.
Vikings at Seahawks. That's Monday night. Seahawks -3.
Seahawks all day. They are rolling.
Yeah,
Russell's
give me
got 'em.
Seattle.
They're playing well. Russell's doing it with not much.
Low attempts, too. He's just on a record-setting pace for how many touchdowns he's throwing. He's throwing the ball like 23, 25 times a game. Still throws 3 touchdowns.
Yep, they figured out they got a running back down there. They were able to run the football.
The Penny's starting to figure it out.
Yep.
We all laughed at that pick. You know what I mean? Which, and still, I'm not saying it was right. They
Crown,
had other needs. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So, was it a worthy of a 27 overall pick? But he's starting to play better.
Yep.
Starting to play better.
They're starting to run the
he's
ball
pretty
better.
It's pretty electric.
Yeah.
Ties into what they do. You know what I mean? Like they, in most teams, but for that even more so, they got to run the ball well, and
Oh yeah, they run the ball.
they're starting to run the ball well. And
Lockett's a beast.
Yep.
Deep threat takes the top
And
off.
well, Russell's really
Now
good.
Baldwin's a
they're,
game-
They're good because Russell's really good.
Baldwin's a game time decision today in that game. He could be out. So if anybody has him in fantasy, I wouldn't touch him in this one.
Yeah, considering he's not playing till tomorrow, it's tough to hold on to him and wait.
Yep. So I couldn't take that chance. Me personally,
If you're going to do that,
one hit away or something.
if you're going to wait, then maybe pick up that dude Moore. That's their receiver, and that way, if he doesn't play, you can at least sub a guy in for him. But it's tough. It's a tough move.
Yeah, it's tough to leave. It's tough to leave him in there.
Chrome's just saying, give him his week. He's waited 4 years through Matheny for this. So,
Chromie!
He's letting us know how long he waited. We've been waiting a long time over here, Chrome, for some big news, and hopefully we get this over the next couple weeks as well, brother.
David Roscoe's asking if Cuck Fletcher is going to make a trade. Who knows? Fucking Cuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what the Flyers are doing?
I don't know.
Well, the first stone you guys casted was very well.
They had a good win yesterday.
Was well done. Gene Secure, a huge pickup.
Yeah,
for
talking about the Phils. Yep, it's a good. If you build it, they will come type deal.
He would drive those 2 other guys there, so it was huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gave up nothing.
I was
And
kind of
that's a
hoping
huge.
for
All-star.
That's a huge. Machado's McPhail's guy, right? I mean, can we be honest on this? Like, I mean, back in the Baltimore days, that's the guy he's tied to. When the trade deadline came up, obviously we're the second or third team in that mix for him. He goes back with Clintack and McPhail. I think they're all in on Manny Machado. I mean, we can talk about Bryce later, but I think they're all in on Machado. I think the Segura leads you to even more to Machado because they're boys. And how do you entice a guy to get here? You bring a friend over. How do you entice a guy to play third base, which that's better for him and better for your baseball team because he's a real good shortstop. He's a great third baseman. you know, and if you're going to give an 8-year deal here or a 10-year deal, you don't want him up the middle. You want him on a corner spot where, you know, obviously your career can last a lot longer too. So I think that this move is all tied in, one, to make your baseball team better, obviously, but tied into that. I think they're all in on Machado. Now, we'll see about Harper. I'm not saying they're not in on Harper, but
I'm not saying,
I think Machado's their first guy they're going for.
Yeah, well, it should be the other way around. Just because you're not comparing the two, but you got the shortstop. All right, now if you can get the big outfielder now, and then you can get another arm. All right, because I know people are out there, Philly fans are trying to, shop around like it's MLB The Show. It doesn't work like that. I know they. That
was Murph.
I know. I
didn't look at his lineup until you said. I'm like, well, we can get Harper and Machado, and then I looked at his lineup and he had. Freaking! I mean, really. I mean, he had all-star. He had Real Mute catching. He had Harper. He had Machado. Buddy Mike Murphy. What do you got, Robbie?
You guys were talking about Joe Flacco, whether he was in or out today. He has been officially marked as inactive today. Lamar Jackson, the start is expected.
Yep. Good shit. Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, but to the thing, like, I think that's just a setup for Machado. Now, to me. You have the money to go get both if you want to. If you want to. You have the money to say, all right, we're going to make that big splash and go get both and not go after the arm. Or maybe that's a deal where a Franco and maybe a Double or something like that, then go get you an arm like that direction. You know what I mean?
I'll drive them to wherever that is.
No, I know, but I'm not going to say it's a top 2 rotation arm, but it can get you with guys that are under control. A Double's got a good deal. That can get you a third, 4th type starter, left-hander arm that you're looking for, too.
You can bring a guy like that in, though, for not that much money.
No, you can. I'm just saying, like, if you –
There's guys out there. Dallas Keuchel is out there. He's not – and you wouldn't have to break the bank to get Dallas Keuchel, but he's a solid guy who's pitched a lot of innings in the last 5 years. And
well, let me ask you a question. What would you rather go after?
They already got 2 big lefties out of the pen now.
Yeah.
Not big lefties, but I'm saying
but good enough.
Big pickups.
Yeah, good enough. Yep.
They haven't had lefties ever. So.
No, but it was Adam Morgan's show. We know that all too well.
Yeah,
but no,
Greg.
I love the direction. Now, am I sold on the direction yet? Am I saying, oh, great all season? Nope, I'm not there yet. It's a great start to a Machado or Harper.
Especially when you've talked about it. Like, hey, we're going to spend money. We're going to do all this stuff. We couldn't wait for, the 2019. That's our year. That was, this is our off season. So obviously that's all those expectations. All those expectations.
Of course. They told us.
Winter meeting's about to start. Yeah. We've been talking it up.
Vegas time. So
now I just go in with it.
Vegas, baby.
I go in with the blank checks.
I just hope
the winter meetings. Like I'm going like me, and I know it's crazy, but in today's baseball, it's not. Like just go get both. Just go get both. Because like we can argue on which one's better all day. To me, numbers tell you which one's better, right? Just numbers. Numbers tell you which one. If I'm going to spend $450 fucking million, I want to spend it on a guy who can bat 320 and hit me 40 over a guy who's going to bat 240 and hit me 40.
Listen, we know that. Listen, we know money talks,
dude. No, it hasn't.
But besides getting hurt 2 years ago, his average has been over 300 for like 3 straight years. Besides this year, hit a bad year.
And we know
hit a bad year.
We know money talks, all right, but there's other factors, and that's what people have to realize. You know what I mean? Like you got the hot dog at the helm, buddy. That he's not liked, and that's just facts, right? So that comes into the decision. So hopefully for Philly fans that it doesn't cost you at the end, but don't be surprised if it costs you one of them. Just the way it is.
I mean, it could.
I
don't care who we get. I would take either one.
Yeah.
I'd just rather have Harper, but I'll take either one.
But you need a splash.
I don't like the fact that Manny is a little. A lot of people don't like Manny.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Squid salad, yep.
But I just want one. Just give me one. I'm not greedy.
No, I understand the extra on Machado. Like I understand all them points. I'm just saying.
And he doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play third. Well, if you're coming here, you're playing third.
Yeah.
Well, I think that would be. That's why you maybe give a little extra dough. You know what I mean? You put a little extra in the pocket and say, hey, just go play third. That's why you went and got a guy like Segura who he's boys with, which makes that maybe a little easier to play third. So I'm not against either one.
No,
like,
I know.
Whatever one you sign, I'm sprinting the broad a little bit.
Great,
but
it's great to have a wish list, but you need to spread it out. That's what I that's just the way I would do things. You know what I mean? Like I think you got Harper, you got the infielder that you wanted. Not comparing the two, but that's an all-star infielder, right? Plus defender. guy fucking hit you 20 home runs, going to steal you a ton, steal you bases if you run, Gabe. All right, if you don't put the stop sign on. All right, so now you get Harper or another, another big bat out there. Hoskins is coming back in the first where he's comfortable.
Yep,
all right, welcome
huge.
home. Welcome home, Hosky. All right, now you go get another arm. Because, listen, if you're counting on Arrieta, you're just not – it's not going to happen, right? The guy's at the back end of a, career where he took the ball for 300, for 200-plus innings.
Well, if you learned anything –
for that
if you
long
learned anything
stretch,
from Boston, this is how I look at it. Like, if I learned anything from what Boston did, right, because you always copycat – the winner, right? Is how the league works in a way. If I copycat what Boston did, I got my ace at the top of my rotation, and I have serviceable guys after, right? I mean, nobody after is anything that special, right? I mean, David Price, he still got it a little bit, but they had their big time ace, right?
Good. I mean,
no, hold on. I know to see where I'm going with this, but they flat out mash you. They flat out mash you, and every fifth day.
Porcello won a Cy Young.
No, I know, but
I mean, I know his ERA. I'm not a Ricky.
Yeah, but he won that Cy Young because more wins.
Yeah, I know.
That. But you know what I'm saying, though. So if I copycat what they've done, right? Then I say, okay, if I got my ace, and I got the rest of my lineup that can flat out mash you and out hit you. That's why for me, instead of going out and giving Corbin 6 years and all that stuff, I would rather save that money, even though it costs you a lot more. I'd rather save that money and go get me Machado and Harper and say, you know what? I got my ace. I'm out. Arrieta will give us what he gives us, okay? But I got Eichhoff coming back. Hopefully he can get it done right. I have Eflin and Pavetta. Yeah, we know Young. We're not sure. Yeah. We're not sure, but I know one thing sure, that my ace is one of the best in baseball, and I'm gonna flat out fucking mash you.
Well, and
I got a real good bullpen, right? And I got a real good bullpen.
If you don't upgrade the staff, you're going to need a repeat of that first half performance.
At F1, yep.
If you get the boppers that you want, and they would have had a 15-game lead if you had the two boppers that you're talking about with the no-name staff, because they pitched great in the first half.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
So then all of a sudden you got a 12-game lead, because you're not losing those games because the offense went fucking south.
And the big thing about this and why I go this route, because my bullpen's been upgraded big time. We still got Nishek in the pen, who, if he's healthy, could have helped us out all year last year. So now you have more vets in the pen. You have two left-handers out of the pen that you're confident in now. Okay, now Sir Anthony maybe now more stretched out to be able to handle the wear and tear of that long year. It's the most innings he's ever thrown in his life. So you got to factor that in. Okay, how does he get his endurance up ready to go for a full season if you don't upgrade the closer, right? Or I go out and say, you know what, I'm going Harper Machado, and it's either a Miller or a Kimbrel, and I'm just spending the money there. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm more all in on the bats because I can find arms, if that makes sense. Now, if I didn't have an ace, then I got to go get myself an arm. Makes sense?
That's
but
fine.
with the ace, I feel like, okay, I got the start of my rotation. Every fifth day, I know that I'm getting a shutout day or a shutdown day.
There's just more ways to get creative. Right? You get the big one, whichever one it is. You get the monster. Then there's more other ways to be creative and fill your team in, right? And by trading for a JT Realmuto, right? That's a monster. Another great bat at a position that's, good catcher. Good leader in the clubhouse. So that's just another name. Just saying. Where you can,
the only reason I don't make that move is because I'm gonna give Jorge a full year. You know what I mean? Like, he's still a baby. So to me, that's a great move. I'm not against it at all. I'm just saying, to me, I could go that direction for Realmuto. But listen, when we've waited and you told us, and I know how much that Comcast deal's worth, right? I know how much that Comcast deal's worth. So I know how much money they're printing out at the ballpark.
Realmuto's the best catcher in baseball, though.
Yeah.
No, I know that. But
I'm saying he's stud.
No, he is a stud. I'm not taking anything away from Realmuto. I got a young catcher,
and it blocks the Mets because that's the.
I got a young catcher, so I can be like, I'm gonna give it to my young catcher, see what he has, and I'm just gonna. To me, I'm just all in on both. I'm not saying it's realistic. I'm not saying other ideas aren't smarter.
Well,
I'm not saying, you know what I mean? I'm not saying any of that. To me, and when you told me 2019 was the year, that's a fucking splash year. And one move is a kiddie pool cannonball, a kiddie doing a cannonball. Two moves is a big fella doing a cannonball. Make sense? So one's a splash-ish.
In a kiddie
right?
pool.
When you got the kind of money they're printing, and you want to talk about that, we know they make the same money the Red Sox do and Yankees. They're up there in revenue with them teams. So this is the all season to say, you know what? We're all in, and we're ready to win now. Now, does one still tell you you're ready to win now? Absolutely it does, right? Like Harper or Machado? Yeah, you're still in win now mode. Absolutely. But two, make me sleep real good at night. That's all.
Yeah.
But there's other ways to go about it.
I agree.
Of being creative.
Well, that's what. And
Absolutely.
But you can be creative in that sense too, because Harper's only 26. I'm a big fan of stroking the guy's ego, stroking the guy's ego, and going, I'll give you 4 for 200. How about 50, dude? You'd be the fucking biggest athlete of all time in any fucking sport. 4 years for 50, and then you're like,
well, Mike had it.
Let us see if we can win now.
Mike had it.
You get another
contract going into your 30-year-old season.
Mike had a great one.
He's not going into his 27-year-old season. He's going into his 26-year-old season.
Yeah.
Real
he
quick.
Just turned 26.
Mike had a great one. He was like, give him 7 years, right? And for the last 3, make it team options. But big time money in them team options. You know what I mean? So you pay him X amount over them 7 years.
He wants a player option at 2.
Yeah.
That's what he wants. He wants big money for like 7, but he wants a player option after 2 years. So he can bounce. So he can bounce if he wants. Yeah.
That's why I throw a monster at him for like 4.
Okay, but listen, back to the Eagles real quick before we get off of here.
Everybody wants to know Wentz stat line, and I'm going to throw at you.
I'm going 315.
I was going to say 240 and 2. 240 and 2 touchies, no picks.
I'm going 315 and 3. No picks.
Wow. I hope so.
Like, come on. I can't go 30. I can't go 30.
Them all year,
listen, I can't go 34 points as a score and then tell you he throws 2. I got to get the extra third in there. There's 21 right there.
Okay.
Come on.
I love it.
285.
I'm a math guy now.
285, 2-1. He's gonna win. It's not gonna be a monster one.
Did you see my face? Don't you? Listen, I know, Kyle, you're so focused on Carson this game. This game doesn't define his fucking career. All right? Yeah, I'm focused on him too. But it doesn't define his career. It's the biggest game to date, right? But there was big games last year too that he played in. So, it doesn't define his career right here.
Blackwell's right with me.
I like that. I got no problem with that stat line.
He just went 10 yards less. But he's right with the kid.
Kyle, they're not the 85 fucking Bears, babe. You can see, this is what's so wrong with the world we live in. We're always in the moment, right? So in the moment, the Cowboys are the greatest defense ever, right? In the moment, the people. It's one fucking game. Are they good? Yes, they're good. Are they top 5? No, they're not top 5. Not yet. Not yet.
Poll question.
All right? We're going to take it to them offensively today. I got a good fucking feeling about this, and if we don't, you won't hear from me for 2 weeks.
Vacation!
Another
11th vacation!
It's like dinner and second dinner. Vacation and second.
Eagles crazy. I do like Damian Harris, running back from Alabama, but I'm not there in that talk yet.
No, I don't take a running back in the first round.
But I don't take it. What are you saying, Jesus Christ, Tom? What did I do now? Sean Lee's playing. Eagles crazy said yup until he gets hit in the head, and then this will get you guys fired up. We're not even going to get into that question because that'll just go too far, and we got to get out of here soon.
What, Jalen Ramsey? No.
No, I trade for him all day.
Fuck.
I trade for Pro Bowl corners all day.
Tell him to fall over like he got hit again.
That was
fucking pussy. What a pussy. I hate that pussy.
Ginobili. What a flop that was.
Dawn says, Florida, daddy. Yep, I might be going back if they lose, which isn't a bad thing. But no, I think Carson has a good game today. I think we put it all together today offensively. We've been waiting for that. Last week was close to almost all together, right? We got off to a good start. Like you said, it all
Start fast.
Start fast because second half adjustment this team's really good with, right? All year, even though we've struggled first half and stuff, our second half adjustment pretty good for the most part still. So get off to a good start because we're going to fix some things in the second half. And last time we played them, we scored 17 in the second half against them. I feel like that's where I get my 34 from, right? I feel like that we started figuring things out. We got 17 in the first half, 34. Let's go. Let's go.
I love it.
Let's go.
It's Cowboys week, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's get the lights on. Let's get these roaches scurrying, okay?
So real quick, Wells. Harper, 270, 274, 273, 330, 243, 319, 249. So a career 279 batting average.
This one he was banged up bad, and then this year he just had a bad year. He wasn't banged up. But
Well, in 2016, he played 147 games and he batted 243.
But he's banged up like really bad that year. They said he's playing through injury.
All right,
but I'm saying he had a bad year this year.
But that's my issue on why.
I'm the first one to tell you.
No. But that
The first half.
But that's
awful.
but that's my
second
issue.
Half he crushed.
But that's my
330 second half.
my whole issue with him and why I go money to Machado, because I take in the fact that the guy's always banged up.
Machado had a bad second half this year, though.
I'm not talking about bad second half. I'm talking about injuries. I need a guy who's healthy.
But he's been healthy recently, though. He had that injury last year when he was hitting 319. He had a great year. Was that injury where he slid? His foot slid when he was running. That was ugly.
Real quick, I know guys
don't
don't play like 160. Some guys, right? But he's never played over 159. So you got to factor that in. 139, 118, 100, 153. He's young.
He was young. He's getting into his prime now.
So 2 out of 7 years, he played over. Or 3 out of 7 years he played over 147.
And you got to figure Manny's going to get a 10-game suspension. You sign him, so it's just he showed that chrome characteristics.
I'd rather the suspension
take 10 off the top.
I'd rather know it's coming than a fucking than a oblique pull.
Thing about Manny though is even as
I like Harper. I will take Harper. Okay, I'm just saying if I had to pick to choose, I'm going to choose the guys on the field more. That's all, because I know Machado's history says he's usually healthy.
Didn't Machado tear his ACL?
He's usually healthy. Tearing ACLs is different from a track record of a guy that can't play over 155 consistently. Like if I'm signing you to $400 million, I need you to play 155 or more.
All his injuries when he was young.
Well, that's a lie,
because
he played.
Hustling.
He played 111 2 years ago. So you can't blame it all on Young.
But you remember that injury?
So now that was
disgusting. Yeah. I don't know how he didn't tear his knee on that injury.
I understand that, but it's still there. We can't run from the
fact. But that's a freak thing. That was freak.
I get that, but it's still
on the fucking
it was like 1 a.m. in the rain.
I know what he did. I saw it. I'm saying that you have to look, and Eagles Crazy said it was his Achilles for Machado. Was it his Achilles?
I knew it was something.
No. It was medial, the MPL. His MCL.
MPL.
Yeah, so he didn't need surgery. But
Doc,
back in 2013.
Doc, we need you. No, fucking MPL is.
Listen,
he was right.
Man, Machado's awesome.
Don't shake your head. He was right.
So look. Let me just go.
Should apologize.
Can I just go off of this now?
Oh, Madon.
All right. 156 in 2014. He played 82.
They're both pretty good, bro.
Right. 162. That's. I know they are. I'm making a point here, right?
You like squids, and that's okay. And you can just say that. Look at the camera. Look at the camera and tell the camera you like squids.
I like
okay.
Okay, don't tell me I like squids.
You do.
I like
Big calamari guy.
Right?
Big calamari
You probably
guy.
should be the crumb of the week, but you're not.
Crumb of the week. Crumb of the week. Crumb of the week.
All right.
Sweeps took Georgetown yesterday, and for a while there, if Cuse don't win that game, he was getting crumb of the week. You never take Georgetown.
Now, real quick, back to it, right? His rookie year, 51 games, okay? But then he played 156, he played 82, then 162, 157, 156, 162. So that's the guys on the field a lot. Okay? If I'm giving you $400 million, this is my point. I ain't giving you peanuts. I'm giving you $400 million. So I need a guy who can play me 162 or over 155 yearly. I
go
need
sign
that.
Cal Ripken then. I mean,
I'm looking
just doesn't
for him.
happen anymore.
No, but it does for this guy.
All right, it's close enough.
Most guys, listen, injuries happen. They're part of all sports, but the track record tells me this guy's going to be on the field more. I'll still take Harper. I'm not going to yell and scream.
Like I said, a lot of that was when he was really young, though, I feel like, I feel like he's come. This is both of them. Manny's only, a year older,
2 years ago,
right?
he played 111, but it was all when he was really young. Okay.
Whatever
fits the narrative. Whatever fits the narrative.
24.
So he's still young. So you can't say when he's really young when he's been young the whole time.
I know he's still young.
You're trying to change the narrative.
But no, he's coming into.
I see what you're doing.
26 is when you come into your fucking.
I don't disagree. Listen, I want Harper too. I'll take Harper if he's the only guy they sign out of this. But if you're asking me,
sure, nice of you to take.
You guys are fucking
pig.
If you're asking me, which one
I'll take him.
You got a gun to my head, and I'm paying $400 million. Which one am I paying $400 million to? I'm paying to the guy who fucking.
To the one
he
that's
fucking
not
rakes.
Hustle, and the fans aren't going to like him. Then you want that guy.
And then he tells you, I want to play shortstop.
Oh, I'm not a hustle guy. I want to play shortstop.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know why
what?
I brought Segura in because I don't want to play third base.
Yep.
You want that guy.
Okay.
That's the guy you want.
You're both issues. Go Birds. Big fucking game today. I think that's the guy I want. A guy we're walking 320. Yep, I love them guys in my lineup. Okay? Walking 320s, I'm a big fan of. Walking 320s, I'm a big fan of.
320?
He doesn't have the capability to hit you 320. Who has more capabilities about 320?
I'd say they both have the same capabilities. I don't know.
You are so biased because the guy's a crumb. Okay, but don't be
Machado
biased.
has he
Do
ever hit
it.
320?
Don't change things
Has
and
he
change
ever hit
stats.
320? Machado. No. Harper has. So
MVP.
So I mean, what stats are we changing, Tom?
Games or production?
Both.
Listen,
Guys are
they're
on the
both
field.
good.
They are
I want
both.
both. I want both.
I love the argument. So I bring it up because I know what's going to happen here. So it's a must bring up weekly because it gets into it. But listen, I
have a question for
I
you.
won Harper. There was a point in time
I have
like
a
about that I was against the Harper game, but I'm fully on board with Harper.
I got one question for you now, though. I have one question for you.
If he gets hurt, it's on you.
Have the Phillies signed Harper yet?
No.
When's that going to happen?
I don't know. I'm waiting for that answer. Listen, fam, we love you. I got to get out to work. Sweepsy's got to get back home before B runs amok through Papa Dell. We can't have that
Dallas.
because he's looking for me. Robbie doesn't get questions this week because it's Cowboys week, so we're not letting that happen.
You son of a bitch.
Redskins on the way. Redskins will be the crumb of the week. It's just an overflow of last week and this week, with the whole, we discussed Colin Kaepernick, but then they signed Josh Johnson. I mean, just knock it off. As long as Daniel Snyder is the owner, that place is a disgrace. And bye-bye.
Yep, that's a good crumb of the week.
Crumb of the week.
Agree, disagree. Real Talk Studios. Tom Arnaud, Nick Delgado, Brian Wilson, Robbie Poe were the 1s and 2s that found me out there. Go Birds.
Let's get a W,
Season
baby.
on the goddamn line.
Anyway.
Spin it, Carson. Thank you, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Accept most major insurances.
He accepts them all. Check the doc out. He's the best.
Fly, Eagles, fly. We out.
Let's get it.